Hi guys, you're welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how to draft and cut a mermaid skirt with cut together tray. This tutorial is very simple, detailed and beginner friendly. So if this looks like what you really wish to learn, please watch this video till the end. So I'm going to be drafting the front block of the skirt first before we move over to the back. And the first thing I'll go ahead to do is to draw a straight horizontal line, which is going to be serving as the waistline. Next, I'll go ahead to start inserting my vertical measurement. So if you are making a gown, that is if you are attaching this skirt to a gown, you go ahead to start taking your measurement from whatever your half length is. But if you are making a skirt, just go ahead to minus your waistband to it if you are attaching a waistband, and if you are not, you can just simply go ahead to start marking your vertical measurement. So I'm going to go ahead to mark my waist to hip depth measurement, which is 9 inch. After marking that, I'll go ahead to mark my waist to 2 inch above my knee, which is 21 inch. Then I'll go ahead to mark the full length of the skirt I'm making. So the length of the skirt is as desired. It depends on how long and how flowing you want it to be. For this tutorial, I'll go ahead to mark 40 inch as the full length of the skirt. Then I'll draw straight horizontal lines at the point I just marked. So here I have the waistline, the hip depth line, the new line and the full length line. The next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to start inserting the horizontal measurement. So this skirt I'm making is not going to be having a dart on the front, but I'll be adding a waist dart to the back. So if you want yours to have a dart at the front, you can simply go ahead to impute that. And also, if you want the skirt to be dartless, I have a detailed tutorial on how to make a dartless skirt with both contour. You can check my channel to watch the tutorial, and I'll also be dropping the link in the description box for you to go ahead to check it out. But this skirt should not be having a dart on the front, but there will be a dart at the back. So I'm just going to go ahead to insert my waist measurement divided by 4 on the waistline and mark. After marking that, I'll go ahead to mark a sewing allowance of 1.5 inch. So once I'm done doing this, I'll move over to the hip depth line, and at this point I'll mark my hip measurement divided by 4 plus the sewing allowance. After that, I'll go ahead to connect the waist to the hip depth using the curved part of my ruler. So next I'll move over to the nail line. So the skirt is going to be fitted on the nail line. So to know the measurement to insert at that point, all you need to do is to minus 6 inch from your round hip measurement. So my round hip measurement is 40 minus 6, that is 34 inch. I'll go ahead to divide that 34 inch by 4, and I'll insert that on the nail line. So if you don't want it to be too fitted, you can simply go ahead to minus 4 from your round hip measurement. And if you're working with a stretchy fabric, you can go ahead to minus 8 inch from your round hip measurement. After marking that point, I'll connect the nail line to the hip depth line with my ruler, like you see me doing in the video. So basically, this is what the top of the skirt is going to look like. The next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to move over to the hem of the skirt. So for the hem of the skirt, the first thing I'll go ahead to do is to mark my hip measurement divided by 4 at this point. So my hip is 40 divided by 4 is 10. I'll go ahead to mark that. After marking it, I'll go ahead to determine how full I want the lower part of the skirt to be. So if you want it to be normal, not too full, you can simply go ahead to add 6 inch extra to what you have, to your hip measurement divided by 4. But for me, I'll just go ahead to mark 8 inch. And if you want it to be very full, you can simply go ahead to add as much as 10 to 15 inch, depending on how much fabric you want and how full you want it to be. After marking the 8 inch extra, I'll go ahead to connect the new to the hem of the skirt with a straight line like this. After connecting, this is what it is going to look like. Next, I'll be coming up by 1.5 inch at this point. Then I'll connect it to the hem of the skirt. This is to eliminate any sharp edge on the side of the skirt. After doing this, I'm also going to go over to the nail to blend this part of the nail to eliminate any sharp edge at that point. So basically, this is what the front block of the skirt is going to look like. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to cut it out. So after cutting, this is what the front block of the skirt is going to look like. Next, we are going to move over to the back block of the skirt. Here I have my paper for the back, and the first thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to go in by 2 inch at this point, like you see me doing in the video. This 2 inch is going to be for the zipper allowance and also for the ease I'll be attaching to the back hip of the skirt. I'll go ahead to mark this point, after which I'll connect the point together with a straight line. After connecting it, the next I'm going to go ahead to now is to place the front block of the skirt on the back like this, making sure that the front block starts from the line I just marked, like you see me doing in the video. Then I'll go ahead to keep it in place with my pin. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to attach the waist dart to the back. So this is optional. If you don't want yours to have a waist dart, just keep this part. So I'm going to go ahead to mark 1 inch on the waist for the waist dart for the back. Then I'll connect that point to the hip using the curved part of my ruler like this. So this is what it's going to look like. So the side for both the front and the back is the same thing. So I'm just going to be working on the center back on the hip depth line. What I'm going to go ahead to do now is to mark 0.5 inch at this point. This is for ease on the hip depth of the back, so that you have this little curve on the center back of the skirt. After marking this, I'll connect the waist to that 0.5 inch point. Then I'll also go ahead to take the measurement downward like you see me doing in the video. So this is going to help the back to have this nice shape, and also the bum at the back will not be too pressed. So this is what the ease is going to look like. Next, I'll go ahead to mark my zipper allowance of 1.5 inch all the way down like you see me doing in the video, after which I'll connect the points together. So this is what the center back of the skirt is going to look like. So when fixing your zipper, make sure you follow the curve you have on the center back of the skirt. Like I said earlier, the side of both the front and the back is the same thing. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to cut it out, after which I'm going to go ahead to add an extra paper so that I'll be able to cut the tray for the skirt we are making. So after cutting, this is what the back block of the skirt is going to look like. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to attach the train to it. And to do that, I'm going to be adding an extra paper on the center back because the train is going to be on the center back of the skirt. So I'm going to go ahead to get a fresh paper and attach it to the center back. But before doing that, I'll go ahead to place the front block of the skirt on the back again to locate the new line. Then I'll go ahead to attach the extra paper. After fixing the extra paper, this is what it is going to look like. Next, you're going to go ahead to measure what you have from the new line to the hem of the skirt, that is on the side. So I'll go ahead to take my measurement like you see me doing in the video. So after taking the measurement, what I got at this point was 20 inch. I'm going to go ahead to insert the 20 inch on the attached flay on this side. But before I go ahead to mark the 20 inch, I'm going to go ahead to extend the new line with my ruler like you see me doing in the video. So after extending the line, the next thing I go ahead to do is to insert the 20 inch I took on the side at this point. So I'm going to go ahead to place my tape rule like this, and I'll go ahead to mark the 20 inch. So if you want the back to be longer, this is the point where you get to mark whatever length you want. But if you want it to be the same with the side, all you need to do is to mark the 20 inch. So if you want it to be very long, go ahead to add 10 inch extra, 15 inch extra to this point. Then you go ahead to connect this point to the hem of the skirt. So this is where you get to decide how long you want the attached tray to be. So after marking the length you want at this point, the next thing to do is to go ahead to connect it to the main skirt like you see me doing in the video. So you can go ahead to use your ruler to do this, or you can draw dotted lines, then you go ahead to connect it together. So after connecting it, this is what it is going to look like. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to cut it out. So after cutting, this is what the back block is going to look like, and here we have the front block of the skirt. So if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share and drop a comment. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my other tutorials.